Tomoko Higashikata has always been a personal favorite character of mine since originally reading Part 4 all those years ago, as she is someone who I always felt experienced a lot of hardship in the background of the story, either by being a target of stand attacks or being forced to raise Josuke all by herself. Yet, she always soldiered on in the face of everything and showed a strong internal spirit, which is likely why I always felt she could have been an interesting protagonist as much as she was a side cast member, and then decided to create what would go on to become All Star No Star, a JoJo Bizarre Adventure fan novel. This story follows an alternate timeline of Part 4 where the Crusaders are defeated and Dio is able to continue his goals unimpeded. Eventually, he would cross paths with Tomoko, steal her son, and frame her for the murder of her father. This whole event would start Tomoko down her bizarre adventure in which she awakens to a stand, is able to make a group of friends, and gets to shine like any other Joestar. And speaking of Joestars, she isn't the only mother on this adventure, as Tomoko will gain quite a few allies, some more familiar than others. The most important crew member is also Holly Kujo, who now has gained full control over her stand after hearing what Dio did to her son. Though the story isn't devoid of any new stand users, as Dio has a new swath of minions to face and defeat, all armed with new unique stands of their own. And over the course of the story, you may start to notice the sort of melding and dabbling into every other part in one way or another, which I really hope made it feel more JoJo-like, where I tried to capture a certain part throughout the story. Now, the naming theme of it is a little confusing because it isn't any particular one theme. I was actually taking the Araki approach when it came to making stands, and I named them after both video games or music I liked at a specific time, and sometimes neither, with the titular All-Star coming from not the Smash Mouth song, but the Major League Baseball All-Star games that happen every summer. Which, I should also mention, one of the major themes for Tomoko throughout the story is that of both the term star, and also I gave her a big baseball aesthetic because I personally like baseball aesthetics. Though, if you're curious to find out more, I recommend giving the story a read yourself. Though, I don't think All Star No Star would be anywhere near what it is today if not for the help of Nojo Comics, as they helped flesh out and give life to the words here, as my writing experience is rather limited compared to theirs. They are also the people behind a JoJo fan project of their own. This, of course, being Acton Attitude, a story following Shizuka Joestar, the invisible baby that Joseph adopted while visiting Moriocho 18 years after the events of Part 4. And much like any other Joestar, she finds herself involved with a grand battle against evil. And a lot of the things going in the favor of this story, beyond of course just the stellar writing, is the great attention to character design. I love Shizuka's design here, going for an extremely flashy and loud color palette that is eye-catching to counterbalance what was likely a life of never being noticed due to her invisible status. Acton Attitude is also chock full of a lot of great original stand designs and characters that fall perfectly in line in JoJo's level of bizarre. So, if what I've mentioned here interests you, I know there's quite a lot of demand for what Shizuka did after the events of Part 4, and I believe Acton Attitude is a perfect solution for those people, as it's still being worked on as of this video's release. So, if you were looking for something to do and had that craving for another JoJo-like experience between these new chapters of Part 9, absolutely check out this project. Link below in the description. As well, I would love to recommend people checking out the artist who graciously helped me with All Star No Star as well. These of course being the lovely King Kuma, a person who has helped me before in the past and does amazing JoJo artwork, as well as Days, or at Great Days Art on Twitter. They've helped give life to the designs of the characters in All Star No Star, and I'm ever grateful to them for their help. So, if any of these projects or people I've mentioned sound interesting to you, please again, check them out. JoJo is one of those works that helps create a lot of wonderful fan works along with it, and I hope that these projects can be enjoyed just the same. Or, at least hold us over till the next chapter of JoJo lands. But, then again, what isn't that at this point? As well, I wanted to say sorry for the shorter video length than usual, as I wanted this video to be more a way to try and encourage people to go out and check out these projects on their own, rather than listen to me recap it at them, as these projects very much deserve your time and attention. So, again, if you want to check out any of these projects, they're all linked below in the description, as well as all the artists, so go check them out. And always remember to buy Shimonetta at shimonetta.com.